Let's see if this Canon camera is going to work today. 32 GB card, I emptied it, and here we go again. This is the 6190 diesel. It runs, it smokes. It does not need radiator or gas tank rebuilt. There's no problems with it. I like using these C-Tech chargers. I think they're the best ones that you can buy. They'll bring a dead battery back. At least it has for me. I may not have these lamps. I'm not sure if I do or not. And I don't have the star up here. That one's gone. Diesel pump works great. I'd really recommend using Monarch injectors and pencil glow plugs. eBay seller in Hamburg sells them. I don't think Mercedes source has them. The fuel pump, diesel pump Bosch does not need rebuild. This one breaks and runs great. You can drive down the road. I think it needs one fuse to get the horn to work. That's your fuse box right there. And I have bumpers for this. I may not have the bumper brackets, but I have the bumpers. I have a star for up here. I don't have the taillights, but you'd want to use new ones anyway. Whatever's applicable for this car, I'll throw in. Looks like the guy had painted the thing, and then he passed away. And needs a new exhaust bracket. It's got the original rears. These are new front tires that I put on, and really nice glass. The glass can be $700 to $2,500. It's got the non-bench seats, which I really like. It's got the front horn. Right now it's not starting. I'm not sure what it is. It's not the battery. I think it's just one of the terminals. It's probably rusted up. Floor pans are really good shape. I've got these door panels as well. And it's just an old car. It just needs a lot of love and work. The tops are always missing. There's the piston box. I got new pistons for this, and I have a new head gasket rebuild kit, new pistons. I believe I have all the hubcaps. I'm not going to guarantee that. Those little brackets, these guys are always broken. I may have those, I may not. I don't really remember. I've got way too much stuff. Real solid closing doors. I have all this trim to the best of my knowledge. And yeah, it looks like we're missing that button there. Oh well, that's easy. Everything's on eBay, or you can. Facebook has ponton groups. You can trade with those folks. That's a neat old car. Best part's the windshield's good and it fires up. And like I said, I've driven around back here and it's a lot of fun. And yeah, diesel. Runs diesel. New front tire. The fronts are good. Rears are the original old ones. And yeah. So there's that guy. Well, this ELF camera is seeming to work. Well, I'm really impressed. 32 GB card, you think it would let you film for 30 minutes, but maybe not. And then here's the 1959 190 diesel, basically the exact same car, just a year different. Really nice glass, and missing the star as well. People used to rob these, I guess. And this one, this is actually the best engine out of all of them. This does not smoke. I would just leave it as is. It doesn't need the radiator or gas tank rebuilt. There's somebody's idea of a heater box, and heater boxes are gone just like on the other one. People rob them. There's your Made in West Germany sign before the wall. There's your VIN area. There's your battery. This is a very complete car. I've had this running quite a lot, but then the starter motor died, so it needs starter motor service. This one also, I would put Monarch pencil glow plugs and injectors. You really want to do that because the reason why is it'll start up faster and it'll run better. It'll get more out of the engine. This one, motor mounts are worn out like they all are, and the steering rubber is worn out. You know what's surprising is this car and the 60, both of them. Yeah, just tarp that bad boy. Maybe not. Yeah, okay. So both of them use the same key, which is really surprising. I've gone to a lot of effort to find a key for it, and surprisingly the same key operated both of them. This one's got some rust. The 60 does not. There's a little rust there. Don't have the keys for that. See right down on the floor pan, there's some rust down there. The seats in this one are pretty toast. You see the rear of it was out in the sun. It burned that up. It's kind of a deluxe car with the white interior, red exterior. Gonna have to put the steering column, bolt that back up. It's a rougher car with a better engine though. Horn button's missing, glass is busted over there. Yeah, and I had this one running, but like I said, the starter motor died on me, so that had to be rebuilt, put that back in, which I have not done. And there's all your trim for this one. And wood's kind of beat up, but that's, you know, car's 1959. It's an antique. This one's got new front tires as well. So you can see the new front tires, 13s. And all the glass is always toast on this. I'm not sure I have those mirrors. This one you can see has the brackets to open and close. It's got the original rear tires, which are really, really old. I think the only place I found those is like the Philippines. And you can see there's the seats, the tops are toast. It's a neat old car, you know. I truthfully just have too much stuff. I'm never gonna get to it all. Yeah, and glass is really nice on this one. No taillights. I have bumpers. The bumpers from this red car are on the 60, but I have bumpers. They're beat up. They need work. There's a 190 decal. The 190 emblem is right there. There's an extra rear glass, rear window glass. I'm not sure I have all the hubcaps. I might. I have a lot of stuff. I mean, literally a lot of stuff. Yeah, and there's some door panels. I believe those door panels are for the other car, the 60, the yellow. So there's your star. And walking around this way, see there's some rust there. And I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get to this. But yeah, right down there below the seat, right there is like an amateur repair I did just because the suspension piece was coming apart. This one's really, I mean, it looks rough, but it's really doable. A lot of the good stuff is here. And missing the tumbler there, not a big deal. And yeah, there's a mirror right there, just like what's missing on the other side. Good new front tires. That's where all your trim goes, like that. Trim. That's a neat car. I just, like I said, too many projects, too many motorcycles, too many cars, too many everything. And diesel. How cool is that? It's kind of a bummer when you see people like park these cars out, because to me it just shows that they're not really mechanics. They can't really do anything. So they just part them out and sell them. They're really not that hard to work on. I mean, modern cars are a pain in the ass. The old stuff's easy. This has got the nice little lamps. Let's go look at the what bumpers I have real quick. I'm surprised this film car, this is still working. So there's a bumper. And there are some more ponton bumpers. There's 2 here. I'm not sure. Actually, there's 3 here, is it? Is that right? Yeah, there's 3 ponton bumpers. I'm not sure I have all the brackets for them to secure them. Here's the 74 Alfa Romeo. The engine and tranny is really valuable. People use these in the earlier cars. Isn't that neat? Alfa Romeo. I've got 2 windshields for this guy. Floor pans are toast. Like Fred Flintstone Blake braking. Gauges are gone. Needs another ignition. Seats are toast. And there is the floor pans. There's 2 of them. Those floor pans, I believe, came from the UK, and they're like $4.50 a pair or $4.50 each. There's no top on this one. It's just a rough car. I've just got, like I said, too many cars I gotta cut loose. I'm not gonna get to them. This is a really bitchin' cool car. This would turn into a neat little racer. You know, I mean, not a show car ever. And this is probably the last one I'd really want to deal off. I can't believe this film card's still working. So, and this is the Spica injection. You know, a lot of folks either run that Spica injection or run the Weber carbs, which I prefer. It's just whatever's easier. You know, no headlights on this one. A lot of missing stuff on this, but you know, engine and tranny's really valuable. Okay, and then let's go look at the 180 diesel. This is a 1959 180 diesel. I don't believe I've done any tires on this one. Still got the original tires. I've had this one running as well. It smokes. The rings are gone. It smokes. I had this running. Now this one, the diesel pump is on the other side, the Bosch. I spent like $550 getting the diesel pump rebuilt. New plunger from Mercedes Source. That's where your battery goes. Fuse box. There's your resistor. These things never die. I've got the air for that. This one's got the air boxes, the heater boxes, which very surprising. There's your made in West Germany and your VIN. Another made in West Germany. This radiator I had rebuilt, which, you know, truthfully didn't even need it. And I had the gas tank rebuilt, didn't need it. Diesel cars just don't have that problem with bringing water into the gas tank. The hydrophilic, water loving. So gas tanks are hydrophilic and will attract water. But this is a neat one, Mr. Star. And this one, the glass is hammered, which is a bummer. The glass can be $700 to $2,500. So you get the old tires, the tall old tires, which you can't find anymore. And this one, like I said, I had it running, and then it chewed up the ring gear. So I got another ring gear, and it's got the keys. It's got the title. This is kind of a really bitchin' cool car too. This one's not as abused as the others. Yeah, I had this running and it smoked, and it's just a neat old car. And there's those plastic panels that go around the windows, and this one's got the top, and it's got the pull strap hangers you can see on the other side. And there's another diesel pump in that box. And there's all the books. And there is a taillight, but I wouldn't use them. The taillights are too worn out. And this one's got the cancer boxes. There's a seat. You can see it was red. kind of bitchin' cool. I like these non-bench seats. They're really kind of cool. Got a lot of extra parts in there. And diesel tank from a German tank. Diesel gas tank from a German tank, and you can see the end, that's all worn out. But this is all easy shit. It just cost a fortune like everything. It's a really neat car. I wouldn't be heartbroken if I didn't sell this one. But like I said, I got like 11 cars, 29 motorcycles. I've got to cut loose with some iron. I'm just not going to get to it, you know. But neat car. That's those things right there. They fit here. Okay. God, I can't believe this camera's still working. So here's another style of bumper. And there's your star, and there's your 180. It needs a lock. Taillights are toast. You want to just get new anyway. And there is a new ring gear, 400 bucks from the UK. Really nice seller on eBay. It sells all kinds of Mercedes stuff, and you can see how when they're chewed up like that, they are unusable. I believe there were some Alfa Romeos where you could just flip this over and use the other side, but not the case here. All kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. The Wasps love these cars. And 13-inch rims, really tiny. You can see that's dinged up. Porsche likes to use these little lights too. And so there's the 180 diesel. I really like these old cars. They're kind of, to me, they're kind of gutless, but they're a lot of fun. They're just elegant old cars, you know. 1.8 liter 180 diesel, not a lot of pulling power. But I have all the trim. I have all this tape just because in the summertime it's 100 degrees and the wasps just love going in there. I do not have the keys for any of these type of locks. I got my mom's old Persian rugs in here because they're all worn out anyway. And that's what I got. The old plastic. But yeah, I want to focus on my other cars and other bikes I'm keeping and cut loose with some of this stuff. But yeah, I really hope I get a good home for this. I set the timing on the diesel pump to the engine so it'll fire up, but it needs the ring gear swapped, so drop the tranny. And I'd rebuild the starter motor and put the new ring gear on, put Monarch injectors and pencil glow plugs. I believe this one has the pencil glow plugs from Hamburg, a seller on eBay that's from Hamburg, really sharp guy. And this will be a nice reliable car. You can see it had a hit here, and some moron hit something, who knows what, maybe they're drunk, who knows. Neat old car. Like I said, I had this running, it would always fire up, and then it got harder to start, and like an idiot, I kept trying to start it, chewed up the ring gear. So I think that can all be remedied with new injectors, and that would deliver a better aspiration of fuel to the combustion chamber, and there you go. You're in business again. Look at that. Look at this guy. It looks like you're out fishing or something. These things are really hammered, you know. But yeah, unfortunately, windshield's toast. Windshields are really expensive. Probably the most expensive part on these old cars. So there we go. That's a 1959 180 diesel. I'd like to probably sell that one. And there is the 1960 190 diesel. And this one, I got this from a kid in the middle of the night. I found it, and it was a snowstorm, and the kid said he had to have this thing off his property because in the morning it was going to a crusher. So I bought the thing, and my tow guy went over there and hauled it over here in a snowstorm, and that's what we did. We got it. We saved it from a crusher. Yeah, new front tires, they're like about $100 each. They're not as tall as the old originals. The old originals were tires that, the only place I saw them for sale, was in the Philippines, you know, because they're old diesel tires, or tires used for diesel cars. I suppose if you looked hard enough, you know, and spent the money, you could probably get that style of taller rim. And all these parts I found you can find on eBay, or Facebook has a couple great ponton pages, old Mercedes enthusiasts, really sharp people that really love these old cars, and they always have parts for sale. Yeah, and that just about concludes my video on my pontons. Both these cars smoke. The red one does not. The red one, I would not touch the engine or transmission. On both of these, I would swap out the rings. I would 100% do that, or just keep running the Rizlone oil cleaners and whatever magic tricks you got, Marvel mystery oil, whatever it takes to just lessen the amount of smoke. But I'm going to say they're going to need rings. But God, I can't believe this camera's still working. My LG K51 has 32 GB internal storage, and I have to go get an SD card for that so I can keep making YouTubes and buying and selling and doing whatever I want to do. But so I'm going to focus on my 71 BMW 2002 and my motorcycles and my 560 SL and my 55 Porsche and my dad's 63 Alfa Romeo, and oh God, stay broke. That's the whole plan. Stay as broke as I can, and I'm doing it. And yeah, no foster dogs presently to show you. I guess since we got time, might as well just keep going. There's the 40 BMW R12. Unfortunately, it stopped running on me. I think the thing jumped to a link on the chain or some shit, so I have to spend a whole couple days trying to set the timing and get this to fire up. But on the other side right there is a gap, and I think that's sucking in air, and well, at least it's protected, and it's got a sidecar now. A nice fellow on the internet sold me a sidecar. That's a sidecar for a 15 Harley. And the 560 SL transmission on that just lets you go 35 miles an hour. Swapped out that modulator on the side, which is a son of a bitch to get to. And but now it's just going to have the transmission pulled and have a real transmission guy look at it. You know, if you're just doing this part-time, you're wasting your time. Just go spend the money, go get somebody that does these cars, and have them do that for you. And here's a little 71 BMW. So this was a 1602 with a 1600 engine, and you can see it's a sunroof model, what they call a Sahara, right? And this car, the guy blew up the 1600 motor, put a 2002 2-liter engine in it, and froze the first two pistons, so yanked the engine out and put new rings on the pistons and honed the cylinders, and that is the engine on the end there. So that bad boy's going to come back in this. I'm not looking to make a hot rod. I just want to make something to drive down the road, have some fun. And I have a 5-speed for that. The 71 2002, but everybody I talk to, they tell me it's really not that big of a deal. They prefer to keep the original 4-speed that has a better acceleration in the first, second gears. So that 5-speed transmission, we'll just keep it for now. These are really kind of sought after. People really want these, and my pal Andre wants this car, and he's the only one that would even get a chance at getting it. It's just a bitchin' old car. They're really cool. I got it from some guy that was like 70, 80 years old, and shit, he sold me truthfully, like 2 extra pickup truck loads of parts for this thing. And he lost the key and he lost the title. and but he managed to save all those other parts. And you can see there's the roundy taillights. Let's go on the other side and take a look at the 1602 emblem. I thought that's kind of neat. I'm not a trailer queen driver. I like beat up old cars. I just drive like they're supposed to. You can see it's a lot of the car snobs wouldn't like this because it's got a lot of rust, but you know, you can cut that out and redo it. There's your 1600 emblem. I tried to clean that up a little bit. Man, it's really hammered. Yeah, it's a bitchin' cool car. I really like that. And there's this is not the motor I'm putting in it. This is a slave cylinder motor, an M10 is what they call it. Yeah. Not going to use that one. I have a lot. I got like extra doors, extra panels. There's an extra front fender for the 2002. Not going to use that. And then there's an extra quarter panel and an extra front. I call it a brace panel for the front of the pontons. And man, I can't believe this camera's still going. I've had really bad luck with this stuff lately. What else could I tell you about this whole red ponton? Gonna need welding work, paint, plating, interior. You gotta weld that suspension in the back. That's just cut a panel out, put another panel in, bolt it, and you're there. Brakes, this one's gonna need brake service. The story is I got this from somebody who got this at out of a storage unit with all the rest of the guy's belongings. I don't know the whole story, and that was it. The car just sat there for decades, and he never had a title. And you know, you think to yourself, yeah, that's kind of be leery buying cars without titles, but yeah, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. In where I live, you just get the vehicle operational, insure it, and safety or emissions it if that's what's required. Maybe a VIN inspection, and just give them all that paperwork, and they're happy to take your money, give you a title, and there you go. Like I said, all these old pontons, all these parts are readily available. You got Niemoller in Germany, Niemoller. You got Ponton, all the ponton enthusiasts on the internet. Star Classics in Atlanta, fantastic individual to deal with. He's always got stuff and always has tips. And then there's Classic Center in Irvine. So Woody down there, really helpful. Lots of stuff to get these 100%. But you know, when you have as many cars and motorcycles as I do, it's just time to start cutting loose. So, well, I'm really surprised. 28 minutes. This thing is still going. This camera, a little elf camera. So, and this camera is like from 1996. A PowerShot 850 SI or SDI, I think is what it is. And you can see this guy his idea was to paint this thing like tan, like an Africa core type of tan, and have the interior as a blue. You know what I'd really like to do is get one of those old Volkswagen Thing cars, or a Kuba wagon. But you know, that's after I win a $20 million lotto or something. But there they are. So anyway, gang, we'll catch you on the next YouTube. I'm waiting to get my Indian 4-cylinder back and wrap up the 30 Indian 4, and yeah, that's what I got to do. And then the 37 Chief, I've got to exhaust, ignition, brakes, and that's operational. The little 101, I got to go through that whole power plant. It's just smokes, and yeah, so. That's how you stay broke and get into old cars and motorcycles. That's how it's done, if you want to know. Yeah. So, alright gang, we'll catch you on the next YouTube. We'll see you in the next one.